Supine heel tap with wall press. In this exercise, start by rocking your pelvis so that your back touches the ground. The key in this position is to make sure as you rock that pelvis back that you're not just using your glutes to press that back flat. This movement starts from your pubic bone, like you're zipping up a tight pair of jeans. And I want you to think about pulling your pubic bone toward your rib cage. Here, what I'm doing is I'm essentially decreasing the arch in my low back. I don't have to be fully in a flat back position here, especially if I have a history of any kind of back injury and that bothers it, then do not force this position. But I want to think about drawing my pelvis toward my rib cage. So I'm using that muscles that are right between my fingertips here, and I'm pulling up to bring my pubic bone toward my rib cage. From here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift both of my knees so that they're above my hips. So my knees are now stacked over my hips. My toes are pointing straight up toward the ceiling. Arms are out by my side. This is your heel tap. So with the heel tap, I'm trying to keep my knees stacked over my hip joint and trying to keep that core braced, keeping that low back in the same exact position as I tap the foot down and as I come back up. If you start to feel your hip flexors grabbing on in this position, make sure you're actually using your core to stabilize the movement and that you're not bracing the movement with your hip flexors. From here, what I'm going to do is spice this up a little bit. I'm going to add a wall press. So with the wall press, my palms go down, my elbows are stacked next to each other, and all I'm doing is giving myself a little bit of tension. You can see this little scoot here where I'm shoving myself away from the wall like a ½ inch. I'm just adding a little bit of tension to press away from the wall. Now what I'm doing is with that pressure against the wall, I'm driving the back of my rib cage down into the floor and I'm adding that heel tap. The key here is to maintain that core position through the low back. The way to make it easier is to pull the knees closer to your chest. However, I would say that this is cheating the movement. So try to challenge yourself and keep the knees over the hips. As it gets easier, move the knees a little bit farther away from the hip joint and make sure as you're doing this exercise that you're not pulling the opposite knee toward the chest as the other leg goes down. That takes the benefit of it being a true core exercise out of the movement. So here again, this is what I'm looking for is your supine heel tap with your wall press. And when you fatigue, hug your knees towards your chest, rock side to side. Depending on where you are from a core strength standpoint, you might not be able to actually do this exercise more than 2 to 3 reps at a time. The goal is to build up that stamina.